Skinny, nu plaghează nouă dârf. Nimeni nu mă pune de-a podea dârf.
What is up, guys? It is your boy Full-Time Gaming here, and as you can tell by the title, as you can tell by this picture in your face, we are doing Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story review. Now, disclaimer, there are going to be spoilers in this review, so please, if you have not seen the movie, do not watch this. I know if I haven't seen the movie and I watch and I see a video that says seeing it. So please, if you guys have not seen the movie, please do not watch this. If you have seen the movie, feel free to leave a comment disagreeing with my opinion, agreeing with my opinion, or if you have a different opinion from that, put that in the comments. Do whatever you guys want. Just let me know how I did on my video. Let me know what you guys think of the new Star Wars movie. And first off, number one, I think it was amazing. Totally amazing. One of the best Star Wars movies I've ever seen. It's probably up there in the top 3. Get into the review of the whole movie. Here we go. Okay, so Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So how it starts off is alright. Again, the entrance, it's not the original entrance that everybody knows where it goes da-na, da-na-na, and then you get the yellow words scrolling up, going really fast, telling you what's about to happen. It doesn't have that. It just pans out into a planet and its rings around it, and there is a Empire ship going to. We'll get Galen Erso and Jyn Erso, some of our main characters. Galen Erso, who is basically the designer and builder of the Death Star, and Jyn Erso being his daughter. We get our character introductions. We have Cassian, who is one of the commanders of the Rebel Army. We have Bodhi, a defective Empire cargo ship flyer. We have Base Malbus, Director Kranich. We have K2SO. We have Chirrut Imwe, Saw Gerrera, and that's really basically the main people that are in this movie. And also, we get Jimmy Smits. We get Senator Organa is in this movie for quite a long time, I do say. I thought when he first appeared, he would just be in it for that few seconds. So when you guys see it, I thought he was just going to be in it for that few seconds. But he was in it for a decent amount of time. But anyways, there we have our main characters. And basically, all of them are on a hunt to find Galen Erso to get the Death Star plans from the Empire. The Rebellion look to Saw Gerrera for help so they can all team up and basically have one strong, powerful force to get behind the Empire and steal those plans. But sadly, the Death Star destroys Jeddah along with Saw Gerrera, and I think that scene of Jeddah and then later on the Death Star destroying Scarif, it just genuinely shows the power of the Death Star. I mean, before we had seen shots of the Death Star just shooting a laser and the planet just explodes. Like, we don't even get to see anything happen. But now we get to see the power of the Death Star. The Death Star, when it destroys Jeddah, when it destroys Scarif, I don't even know how to explain it. The whole Earth basically rose up and started to just basically explode. And it was just amazing detail to how it had happened. I really liked how they showed that, the actual power of the Death Star. Now we know, well, we already knew what the power it had, but now we get to see in fine detail of what it can do on the planet's surface while it's destroying a planet. So overall, this movie is just great. The battle scenes, they're mesmerizing, quite honestly, especially towards the end of the movie. There are little battles here and there in the beginning with Cassian and Jyn traveling through Jeddah City. And Saw Gerrera's mercenaries are trying to kill the troopers. So there's a little battle there, and I thought that was a good battle scene. It was smaller than the other ones that happened after, but it was still a good battle scene. I liked it. Dialogue was good. It wasn't too much like episodes 1 and 2, but it wasn't too much like 4 and 5, where it's like more witty and kind of quicker little dialogues that, you know, get us through the movie so we don't just sitting there snoring like in episodes 1 and 2. So it's not too much like 1 and 2. It's not too much like 4 and 5. It's right in the middle. It's a good middleman right there. People said the first few acts go a bit too slow, and that the third act is where everything just swoops up and picks us up and flies us into some magical land of action and heroism. But really, I didn't think the first 2 acts were that bad. Sometimes I thought they were a bit slow, but movies have to build up to what's about to happen in the end. Any of the movies at all from Star Wars is Darth Vader. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you Darth Vader is a fucking badass, Darth Vader is a badass. Darth Vader in this movie is a badass. I have never, when Darth Vader was having his quick conversation with Director Kranich, Darth Vader has his back turned to Kranich, and he turns around. We then see that he's force choking him. He's just been injured. Like, in this movie, we get to see him in a bacta tank. Like, this is probably just a few years, maybe, after he was built to be Darth Vader. So he's still in a bacta tank. He's still recovering. Maybe not even a few years, maybe a few months at that. But he's still recovering. We can see him. He's still recovering from all of his injuries. He's still burnt. His scars are still opened. Like, he's still a very destroyed man behind that mask and all that respiratory thing. But he is more powerful than I have ever seen him in any of the other movies. At the end of the movie, I have never seen anything like it. Although it was for the rebellion, him causing that much havoc, but just to see him in action against someone other than Obi-Wan or Luke, just to see him create that much damage, create that much chaos, it was amazing to see. It was good because now we get to see a bigger, better, stronger Darth Vader in maybe more movies to come. And I think that's an absolutely great prospect over the horizon to see a bigger, better, stronger Darth Vader. But again, as a whole, this movie has just so much positive things. Negative things, I mean, I've talked so positively about this movie this whole video. I can't really think of a negative thing to say about it. I was just so immersed in it that I really couldn't point anything out that was negative. I mean, again, like I said earlier, the dialogues weren't episode 4 and 5 witty, but they weren't episode 1 and 2 where I was bored and I was about to go to sleep in the first 5 minutes. It was kind of in the middle. Character growth was good. I mean, really, I can't really say anything too negative about this movie. It was just that good. From start to end, I really didn't have a flaw. Again, I'm going to say I really didn't have a flaw to pick out. How it ends is amazing. How it begins, I mean, I already talked about that. It's alright, but it's just, I can't really pick anything out other than that. At the beginning and the dialogue, quite frankly, I've only seen it once, so I probably have to see it another 10 times to pick out something negative. But it's just the way the movie was depicted. It was supposed to be strong and gritty. The way the movie was presented when you got to the movie theaters, strong and gritty. I'll have to see it more times, like I said, for me to even pick out one flaw. But anyways, guys, that's basically my review on the movie. The whole movie blew me away. I've said that probably 50 times throughout this whole video, but really, it blew me away. This movie, quite honestly, just gives me hope for the kind of Star Wars story movies that they're going to be producing. So, like, not the main ones, but the little stories like this. It just gives me hope for more of these, that the rest of these are going to be just as good, if not better. Out of 10, I'd probably give this movie, after all this, you'd think I'd give it a 10. But I'm going to give it like a 9.5, I guess. There were little nitpicky things, but like, you've got to nitpick to break this movie apart and not give it a 10. Anyways, it has been your boy Full-Time Gaming. I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys think this video was bad, if you think it was good, if you agree with what I've said in this video, if you disagree, if you have a varying opinion from the previous ones that I just said, leave it in the comments. Like this video. Again, comment, subscribe, share it, do whatever is in your guys' heart. I will see you guys later. Peace.